today. But let's get back to the management of Whirlpool, who's been waiting by patiently. Mr. Vishal, thanks for waiting by. Just wanted to ask you about the replacement demand. Is there a rise in replacement demand versus the first-time buyers?
I think we are at a very interesting stage in the last decade or so. We have seen a lot of growth come from penetration demand. But as we go forward in the next decade, it is going to be not just penetration demand, but also replacement demand, because all of these people who bought appliances in the last 10 years are now coming back to do their replacements. Clearly, the replacement demand is becoming a bigger chunk because there has been so much increase in penetration over the last 10 odd years. So a lot of these people are indeed coming back to now buy their second appliance.
Vishal, what about demand in rural India, and is inflation hurting you there?
I think, again, as I said before, I would take a very de-averaged view of what is happening. There are clearly, even within Tier 2, Tier 3 in rural, there are segments, there are geographies where consumers are spending more. And there would be cells where they're being far more choiceful and far more conscious about value. So I think more than rural or urban, what I'm seeing is the kind of consumers who are buying mid and premium are actually splurging much more versus the ones at entry who are being careful about their purchases.
So what about the contribution of e-commerce to your total sales? What is it currently? And are you seeing a disproportionate growth in e-commerce now?
We saw a major uptick during the COVID period. And now it is kind of stabilized in the 10 to 15% contribution range. So currently e-commerce, which includes our direct-to-consumer business as well, is about 10 to 15%. And it is stabilized at this level versus some of the explosive growths we saw during the COVID period.
Okay. Do you have any capex plans?
In the last 2 to 3 years, we have actually spent about 900 crores on various kinds of expenditures in India. So we have put up a line in Pondicherry where we spent about 110 crores. We have put up another line in Pune on our refrigeration plant where we have spent about 180 crores. We spent about 12 crores in Faridabad, where we have put in another line for semi-automatic washing machines. We have put in about 600 crores in terms of taking majority stake in Elica. So as of now, where we are, we feel very comfortable about the spends which we've made, and they should take us into, next couple of years. We won't require any capital expenditure to expand our business. But as you know, we've got a very strong balance sheet where there is no debt. We have a lot of cash on our books. And if there are other opportunities, we would definitely be open to spending cash there.
Okay, so for washing machines, washers and refrigerators, can you tell us what proportion of components are now locally sourced and how much is dependent on imports?
So about 70%, and I'm now averaging it out across the entire portfolio, about 70% would be local and 30% would be coming from outside.
All right, Vishal, we'll leave it there today. Thanks a lot for joining us. Good talking to you. That's on Whirlpool.